Hello, dear students of Taras Innovative Humanitarian University. My name is Beg Bulat Kair. I'm the teacher of Department of Economics and Management, Faculty of Economics and Law, Taras Innovative Humanitarian University. This session was prepared for you in a close cooperation with Aygul Onlasinova, who is also the teacher of this department. I'm the Master of Marketing and Strategy of the University of Warwick, and this is a course called Entrepreneurship that was specifically designed for the students of the economic specialty. So, without further ado, let's get started. And the topic of today's session is marketing and business. So we'll understand what marketing is, its essence, the main concepts of marketing, and why marketing exists. At the beginning, look at this slide. We're going to follow this major plan. At the beginning, we're going to define what marketing is. Then we'll understand the main fundamentals of marketing, the basic concept that economists and marketers use on a daily basis. Then we'll understand what segmentation is. Then we'll get to the conclusion, and you'll get the small piece of a homework. Don't be afraid. According to educational plan, the students of economic specialty, the previous year you had the marketing course, so it's a very good point in time to refresh your memory. Please look at this slide. What do you see on this picture? Two boxes trying to punch each other, trying to beat each other. And the same way the companies behave on the market, because they are trying to outperform each other to survive in this competitive environment. And that's why they need to use this well-developed scrutinized marketing strategy. But what is marketing? There is a number of definitions. One of the good definitions was given by the American Marketing Association, which is called AMA. This definition was approved in 2017, and it states that marketing is an activity or set of institutions and processes for creating, communicating, delivering and exchanging offerings that have value for customers, clients, partners, and society at large. So it's not just about their shareholders and clients. No, it also deals with their community, which is called the corporate social responsibility. But we're going to talk about it in the next session. Please look at this concept. I bet you had heard about it or you had seen it before. It's called 4P, which was created by the worldwide famous author whose name is Jerome McCarthy. It's 4P. Why is it called 4P? The main reason is that all the elements of this concept start from the letter P. It's quite easy, yeah? Product, price, place, and promotion. So I think that it's time just to briefly review the main elements of this theoretical framework. At the beginning, what's a product? It's something you offer to the client, both tangible and intangible. Both products and services. And it's not just about the products or services. It's a value you offer to the customer. So that's why you need to fulfill one of his demands, wants, needs. In other words, you need to solve his problems. What is a price? Some people say that it's just the amount of money you pay for the product. No, it's a value you put to the product. So that's why we have very similar bags, but one costs $1,000, another one just $20. So what's the difference? It's a value the customer put to these products. At the same time, the price can be used, the good pricing strategy can be used by the companies as a demarcation. They can use the price to differentiate their product from the competitors' ones. What is a promotion? Some people say just marketing is the same as advertising, but advertising is a small element of promotion, just an element. It's not a whole marketing. Promotion is the set of activities the company undertakes to promote the product. In other words, it uses these activities in order to inform the customer about the particular service or the product, and then to persuade him to buy it. Another elements of promotion can be besides from advertising, social marketing, social media marketing, product placements, or as we call it PR, which stands for public relations. So what's a place? Quite easy. It's a place you use to sell your products. You use to communicate and sell the product to your customer. So that's why it should be accessible to your customer. Everything has its end. And the same way people die, the products die too. And it's called the product life cycle. Please take a look at this graph. What do you see? 4 stages, 4 main stages: introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. So let's just briefly overview all of these stages. So at the beginning, what's the introduction? Introduction is the period when the product is being released. So the sales are low. Very few customers know about the existence of your product. And some people say that it's the most expensive stage during the product life cycle because it consumes a lot of investments. And there is no 100% guarantee that this product is going to be successful in the future. What's the growth? Growth is the time when your product gets popular among the customers. Customers start to buy it. Your sales are growing. The company can use the economies of scale, for instance, profit margins, and etc. That's great. On the other hand, your success can drag attention of other companies who can be your competitors in the future, because the market can be lucrative for them. Maturity. What's the maturity? Maturity is the stage where your sales are at the peak. On the other hand, the growth is slow, or sometimes you don't have growth at all. At this time, your main aim is just to defend your position, to keep your market share. But some companies, apart from doing this, try to expand into the new markets because they have the resources, because they want to target the new market segments. Also, every company will try to keep its product in the maturity stage as long as possible. The decline is inevitable. It can be caused by the number of factors. For instance, your product can get obsolete, so it's too old. Nobody uses it at all. Like the worldwide famous company Kodak that had to leave the camera and photo market because it missed the opportunities of the digital photo technology. Another reason can be oversaturation of the market. The next theoretical frameworks that is widely used was created by the Boston Consulting Group. It's a portfolio matrix. Quite easy, just 4 elements: star, question mark, dog, and cash cow. If one of your products has the high market share but low market growth, it means that it's a cash cow. So the main reason is just to milk this cow without killing this cow, just to use it and try to use it as long as possible. You are making money out of it, like the worldwide famous company Coca-Cola. The market is saturated, but the market share of the company is so high, so they're making a lot of money. Nice done. If you have high market share and high market growth, it means that one of your products is a star. Congratulations, very good. And try to keep the star as long as possible, because you're making a lot of money. But at the same time, if you have the question mark, which stands for the low market share but high market growth, in other words, it means perspective, potential. On the other hand, such things as the question marks require a lot of investment, because only in this way they can become the stars. And definitely there is no 100% guarantee that they will become stars. The worldwide famous company that produced the game Angry Birds, the mobile platform games, had a number of other games maybe the customers are not aware of. So sometimes you can have a lot of startups, but only one of them becomes successful. Unfortunately, if you have one of your products has low market share and low market growth, it seems that you have a dog. And the main rule right here is just to get rid of it, because it does not bring you money. It only drains on the resources you have. So just try to avoid having the dogs in your product portfolio. But all these things are strongly related to your customer. Who is your customer? Try to understand. There is the very interesting proverb in English, the jack of all trades, master of none. It means that if you try to follow a lot of people, a lot of markets, you'll not become successful in any of them. There is an alternative proverb in Russian, by the way. I think that you had heard about it. is a segmentation. But what is the segmentation? One of the definitions of segmentation is that it's the process of dividing a market of potential customers into groups or segments based on different characteristics. It's widely used in order to adjust your marketing strategy to your customer, in order to make your pricing strategy, promotion, product strategies, as well as the place strategy be more accurate to target your market group, in order not to waste your resources. There is a number of segmentation types in the world. One of them is demographic segmentation. It's quite easy because you can get the large of the information from the statistical agencies. For instance, education, family size, age, gender, income, location. Quite easy, yeah? For instance, you remember, yeah? The worldwide famous companies, I mean the airline ones, I think that many airline companies offer the number of services. Also, they divide their clients based on the income into 3 sections: economy class, business class, and first class. The cheapest one is the economy class. So it means that these guys try to save the money. Maybe it depends on their income. So that's why the company is interested in this information, because it pays attention to it and adjusts the service based on these values. Another type of segmentation is called psychographic segmentation. The main problem with the psychographic segmentation is that you have to use the different methods of the marketing research in order to get this information, because you cannot get this information just with the application to any of the statistical agencies, because they don't have this information. What is information? Personality traits, interests, motivations, lifestyle, and values. For instance, the worldwide famous company Harley-Davidson sells the bikes, I mean the motorcycles. So who is the usual customer, the common customer of the Harley-Davidson? The image is the strong man, maybe tall one, with a beard, in the strong, in the leather, black leather jacket, quite masculine man. So that's why the company is interested in this information, because it uses especially the lifestyle value to produce their products. The next type of segmentation is behavioral segmentations. It comes from the word behave, how you act. For instance, if we're talking about the psychographic segmentation and the demographic segmentation, we're dealing with the question, who is our customer? But if we're dealing with the behavioral segmentation, we're dealing how our customer acts on the market. That's why we're interested in his purchasing habits, benefits he wants to see, user status, and brand loyalty. For instance, you remember the International Women's Day that takes place on the 8th of March every year. So what happens in such country as Kazakhstan and Russia? There is a number of people selling the flowers to the man who are trying to make their gifts to their wives, daughters, colleagues, female colleagues, and etc. So why do we have such great inflow of the sellers of these flowers on the streets? The main reason is at the 8th of March. That's how the men act on the market, especially on this day. Their behavior is special. And another type of segmentation is one of the easiest ones. It's called the geographical segmentation. We're interested in the location people lives in his city, climate he has in the region he lives in, country, or maybe we're interested in whether our client lives in a rural or urban areas. Please take a look at this. What do you see? Some kind of sandals, shoes, summer shoes, yeah? For instance, the company called Giuseppe, the Spanish company, they are trying to target the customers who live in the Mediterranean regions predominantly, because they're producing the shoes of the Mediterranean style. So it's not going to work, for instance, in the northern regions of Russia, because it's quite cold all over the year right there. So let's draw the conclusion upon what I said right here. At the beginning, marketing is a complex activity. All elements of market are interrelated, because if you don't have the appropriate segmentation strategy, you are going to fail in product, pricing, promotion, and place strategies as well. And that's why you should know who your customer is. At the same time, there is a misconception that people have in their mind. One of them is that marketing is advertising. It's not true. Marketing, the advertising is just a piece of marketing, but not the whole marketing. Another misconception is that marketers are the people who just drink coffees in their luxury offices, doing nothing, trying to imagine which superstar I'm going to have in the next commercial. No. The majority of the marketers deal with numbers. So if you want to be the marketer, you need to prepare for this. And now let's get to our homework session. Don't be afraid, it's not going to be so hard. Please write a short essay from 350 up to 500 words with information where you need to select an existing company and the one product or service they produce. And please identify its target segment, and at the same time please identify what stage of product life cycle this service or product is on at the moment. Okay, thank you for attending this course today. I enormously appreciate that you are here. My name is Bekbulat Kair. It was a pleasure. Okay, see you soon and good luck with your home task.